अजीज़ तलबा और तालबात, फ़रूक फाउंडेशन ऑनलाइन स्कूल के ज़रिए यकसा नसाब के मुताबिक तालीम हासिल करें। अगर हमारी वीडियोस पसंद आएँ तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और दोस्तों के साथ शेयर करें और बेल आइकन को लाजमी दबाएं ताकि आइंदा आने वाली तालीमी वीडियोस आप हासिल कर सकें।
Assalamu alaikum. Today we will be going to start another chapter, Unit 8, Encouraging Reading Habits. Basically, it is a letter from a father to son in which he is focusing on why reading is important. He's emphasizing on its importance and how it can change one's life and how it can impact one's life in a positive way. So basically, he is encouraging his son to read more books. So we will be going through this chapter and we'll learn about the importance of the reading. So as the letter starts with the address, house number 4, Abdallah Road, University Town, Peshawar, 2nd June 2017. So basically this is a way of starting an application by writing down the address and date on the top of it. My dear Amanullah, how are you, my dear son? We are all well by the grace of Allah. Yesterday I received your school progress card. I am very proud and want to congratulate you for attaining such good grades. Your teachers are also pleased with your performance, except for the fact that they feel you do not read enough. So basically, the letter starts with asking the son that how he is, and he's also telling that we are also good. And he also tells him that yesterday he received his result card, you know, and he was congratulating that he has performed very well and he has got good grades, and his teachers are also happy with him with his performance, but they have a little concern about him that he does not read enough. It means that he studies well, but he does not read other books which he needs to read. So this was the concern of his teachers, which his father came to know about, and so he was directly addressing his son about this concern. داسې چې دا سټارټ کوي چې دا پلار چې د خپل زوی نه پوښتنه کوي چې ته څنګه یې او دا یې چې موږ ټول هم چې دا ښه یو بیا یې ورته دا خبره کوي چې پرون چې دا ماته ته والا سکول والا ریزلټ کارډ میلاو او ډېر خوشحال و او هغه ته یې داسې ویلو چې لکه عمرکه یې کولو چې لکه هغه والا ریزلټ به یې کې که نه او خو ورته هغه دا ویلو چې دا والا ټیچر یې چې هغه د والا نور پرفارمنس ډیر زیات ښه ده، خو دا چې دا نور کتابونه نه ماته خپل سبق والا کتابونو نه علاوه دا نور بکس نه چې کوم درته وین پکار دي. نو هغه پلار چې ده هغه سره اندشي برې کې خبره کول غواړي چې هغه ته پکار ده چې نور بکس هم یې. Today I want to address one of the most important things you must do to achieve extraordinary success in life. You must read in order to seek knowledge. No matter what age you are, you should take time to read on a regular basis. So here he is telling his son about one of the important things in life that is necessary to achieve success, and that is to read books. He is asking his son to read more books in order to gain more knowledge, seek more knowledge, to gain wisdom through words, you know. And books play an important role in this regard. You know, it gives you limitless life lessons that would guide you through life. And it gives you stories to get inspired from. So it is important to read books apart from curriculum books, apart from educational books that can help you enhance your vocabulary and that would help you academically and that would help you in life in general. And so he is also saying that no matter at what age you are, it does not matter at what age a person is reading, he will always learn from books. And so he asking his son that you should take time in a day on regular basis, on daily basis, to read a book, you know, to read only if a person takes out time 15 minutes or 20 minutes in a day, it's enough for him. داسې کې پلار چې د خپل زوی ته وایي چې زه تا ته یو داسې ضروري شی ښایم که نه چې هغه ته فالو کوې یا هغې مطابق چې ته ځې نو تا ته به زندګي کې ته ډېر کامیاب شي او هغه دا چې ته کتابونه پړاو کوې او کتابونه یو انسان ته چې ده که نه هغه یو تعلیم هغه ورکوي یو علم زیاتوي هغه والا یو انسان والا عقل شعور چې ده که نه هغه زیاتوي نو د شي نه فرق نه پرېوځي چې انسان کوم عمر حصې کې وي که کله کتابونه وي نو هغه ته به همیشه هغه نه فایده کېږي او هغه ورته وایي چې دا ته پکار ده چې ته چې ده که نه روزانه خپل روټین کې چې ده ورته ټایم راباسې او کتاب का 15 मिनट ही का 20 मिनट ही का नहीं घंटा ही और टाइम रवा से रोजाना और बुक्स ही आया. Unless you get the reading habit fairly early in life, you risk losing out on one of the greatest pleasures known to humans. Your choice of books may vary, but make sure whatever you read is informative and elevate spirits and thoughts. Okay, so here he is advising his son that the habit of reading should be adopted early in life because it has very important and very significant impact on your life. Because if a person reads, if a well-read person differentiates from a person who does not read, it is very huge difference, because a person who reads a lot, he knows very well about everything, mostly about human nature. He get close to human nature basically, and that is one of the pleasure that here he is talking about, that to get to know yourself and the world around yourself, in order to get better understanding of it, it helps gain that pleasure of knowing everything around you. So it would help you in getting to know everything, about whether it's about the world and how it works, around the people around you, about oneself, and about all the inspirational stories that will guide you through life. And he is also saying his son that his choice of books should be in a way that it helps him in getting more information, more knowledge, and that motivates him, that elevate his spirit means that motivates him to learn more and more, and that should change his thoughts and how he thinks about the world. داسې کې چې دا پلار یې چې دا خپل زوی ته وایي چې لکه ته څومره پورې تا خپل زندګي کې پکار ده چې ریډینګ والا چې کوم عادت ته دا ته وخت په سر شي ده که نه انسان څومره زر چې خپل دا یو عادت جوړ کړي ریډینګ نو هغومره زیاته فایده ده. انسان چې ده که نه خپل آس پاس ډېر شیونه برې کې وپېژني، که هغه خپل ځان برې کې وي، که خپل آس پاس دنیا برې کې وي، هر قسم نالج چې ده که نه هغه ته میلاو شي، نو نورو باندې ډېر ښه طریقې سره پوهېدی شي، په خپل ځان ښه طریقې سره پوه شي. د یو انسان والا چې ده که نه یو زندګي والا ډېره ښایسته حصه وي که هغه دې طریقې سره خپل لایف تېروي. نو هغه ورته دا وایي چې زه غواړم چې تا والا چې دا ته کوم بکس پړاو کوې پکار ده چې انفارمیټیو وي که نه، لکه هغې سره تا ته زیات تعلیم یا زیات علم کې تا والا ورسره زیات شي، او پاسه نه ورسره دې سره هغه تا والا تا موټیویټ کوي، چې ته نور زیات علم حاصل کړې یا تا چې دی که نه ته هغه نه انسپایر کېږې. نو هغه یو دا ایډوایس چې ده که نه خپل زوی ته ورکوي. When the Quran began to be revealed, the first word of its first verse was Iqra, that is, read. The students who excel academically are those who read extra books. So he's also telling that the first letter, the first verse, and its first letter was read. when the Quran was revealed on Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So when the angel Jibreel alayhi salam came down, he the first verse and the first word of that verse that he said was Ikra. Ikra bismi rabbikal. So so he was saying that read, you know, that shows the importance of learning and gaining knowledge, and that is one of the important things that we should prioritize in our life. And so the students who read more are academically well, and they are more socially apt. You know, they're academically apt, and it helps them in gaining more knowledge. And that's how their chances of success in life are more than others who do not read books. داسې چې د هغه ورته وي چې کله قرآن چې نزل شوی و نو هغې کې چې کوم پیله آیات ولا پیله لفظ و آب و اقرا چې مطلب پړهو چې لکه دنه موږ ته پته لګي چې سبق والا یا تعلیم حاصل کون والا یا علم حاصل کون والا څوره لکه زندگی کې یو اهم کردار ده نو پلار ورته اندایي چې څوک زیات بکس ریډ کوي څوک زیات امپورټنس ورکوي بکس ته هغه والا چې ده که نه هغه زیات تکړه وي او هغه والا چانس وي چې هغه خپل زندگی کې کامیاب شي. The most common and the grave defect in the education of the day is that children fail to acquire the habit of reading. If you don't take time to read some of the great stuff coming out in every possible field, you are taking yourself to a very bleak personal and professional life. Future. So here, if you see that his father is telling about one of the, you know, greatest problems in our education system is that children do not focus on other literature out there or reading other books. You know, they're just cramming over the course books and just want to pass the exams, and they do not know about any other thing, or they won't bother themselves reading other books. So this is the great defect of our education system, that children do not read, children do not go to libraries, and so they are missing out on very important works, on very important books that everyone should read. And so that's how they are lagging behind. They would lag, and they would have they cannot have personal growth, and they cannot have professional growth in their careers. So that's how they would lag behind every other person. So it shows that how important reading habit or reading books can have an impact on our personal and professional life. د دې چې دا هغه پلار دا خبره کوي چې لکه نن سبا موږ له ایجوکیشن سیستم ولا ټول نه زیاته ستره خرابي دا ده کنه چې بچي چې دا سبق چې کوم کورس کتابونه وي هغې نه علاوه ریډینګ نه کوي هغې نه علاوه نورو کتابونو باره کې هغو ته پته نشته هغو لایبرریز ته نه ځي هغو چې دا نور بکس نه دي خبر نور علم نه دي خبر نو دې طریقې سره هغو ډیر امپورټنټ چې کوم کار شوی دا نور فیلډس کې صحیح شو هغه ته چې شي بری کې پته نشته چې بس کوم لاس کې کتابونه وي مغو باندې صرف فوکس کوي دی وجه نه چې دا کنه هغه له چې کوم خپل ذاتی زندگی وي یا چې کوم هغه له مخکې پروفیشنل زندگی وي چې کوم کیریئر هغه واخلي هغه کې مغو چړته وي ویلې چې هغه ته نور فیلډز بری کې پته نشته نو دې طریقې سره هغه خلک چړته پاتې شي خپل زندگی ول هر اسپیکټ کې نو موږ ته پکار ده چې خپل سبق یو بچو ته سبق ښایو صحیح شو ریډینګ هیبټ چې ده که نه یو کور والا حصه کیدن پکار ده نو دې طریقې سره هغه سټوډنټس یا هغه بچي چې ده که نه مخکې کامیاب ویدی شي. History testifies that the nations which were leader in reading were the most powerful and successful in their times. My son, we are lagging behind in the global race because we have ignored the value of reading books. The gauge for the progress and the civilization of any nation is the quality and the number of books people read. So in the past, in the history, we have seen that nations who were led by great leaders, they were so knowledgeable, they had the habit of reading, and so they came out more powerful and more successful, leading their nations towards success. And an illiterate leader can never prosper can never let his country prosper. So this is an important factor even for people who are in leadership. So when it comes to the authority, people in authority should be knowledgeable, should have read books, should have learned through books, and that's how they can guide their nation. So he's telling his son that we are lagging behind. We are um, lagging behind in the global race, and because we have ignored the value of reading books. If we ignore reading books, we miss out on so much important things that we could have learned. So that's how books can shape our life. And he's also telling his son that you know uh, the success and the progress and the civilization of any nation is based on what quality books they are reading and how much they are reading and how much they have acquired the habit of reading. So that's important uh, in determining whether this person or this nation will prosper or not. ده کې خبره کوي چې مو چېرته هیسټري کې که مو چېرته پاسټ کې وګورو خپل ماضي وګورو هغې کې خلک داسې ملکونه چې کوم ډېر تکړه وو هغو والا لیډرز تکړه وو هغو والا د ریډینګ هیبټ به وو نو دې وجې نه چې ده که نه هغو والا چې کوم ملکونه وو عام ډېر مخکې لاړل وو هغو پاورفل وو هغو تکړه ملکونه وو نو هغې چې مونږ نن سبا چې دا څړته پاتې شولو خپل نورو ملکونو نسبت مو څړته پاتې شولو ولې چې مو دا شی مو کم ګڼو موږ سره دلته بوکس طرف ته مو دهان نشته نو یو ملک والا پروګرس او یو ملک والا ترقی چې ده که نه هغه په دې شي باندې ډیپینډ کوي چې مو کوم قسم کتابونه یو او مو څومره کتابونه یو نو دا یو امپورټنټ فیکټر ده چې کوم مو والا ترقی چې ده که نه مو والا ترقی اصل کې په دې باندې منحصر ده. Reading is an exercise of the brain which keeps it active and healthy. It reduces stress, increases knowledge, expands vocabulary, improves focus and concentration. Nowadays, where people waste a lot of time in socializing on Facebook, Twitter, and other social websites, they should save time for reading good books. So, actually, here the benefits of reading are being discussed that it is an exercise for brain because it helps us in thinking in different ways. It broadens our imagination of different scenarios that we create in our mind, and the imagery that we create in our mind while reading is has an immense importance on how our we understand things and how we comprehend things. So it is actually an exercise for the brain, and so it keeps it active and healthy. It helps us in focusing on more positive things. When we are focusing on positive things, it automatically reduces our stress levels, our anxiety levels. It also increases our knowledge, our expands our vocabulary, helps in expanding and learning new words actually, and it also helps in our concentration and focus, that we are so focused and so attentive towards what we are reading that we start imagining different scenarios, and this helps us in maintaining more critical focus and to have more critical analysis of different things. So on the other side, when people waste a lot of time on social media websites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you know, we are just scrolling the phone and we are seeing different posts, and they have different, they have so many things that we should not focus on them. They have this entertainment, and it's just a food for entertainment. It does not increase your knowledge. These websites do not increase your knowledge. So it you know it keeps you so busy in that it that you could not give time to any other thing, and this is time consuming. This is basically a wastage of time when we are mindlessly scrolling over these websites or these pages, and we ignore reading books. And so we should minimize the use of social media, although it has its benefits, but we should limit the time for its usage. We should also give time to read good books, because the impact they have on our lives is far greater than these social media websites. إيجي reading كده كان مو ولا يو دماغ دي بارا يو exercise بطور كاركي لك أمو ولا دماغ صحتمند ستي يو active ستي لك مجھے reading کو نمو ولا focus دورة زي تشوي जे मुझे दा मुख्तलिफ यू लका चे मू यू शेयर रीड को यू सीन रीड को किताब के या चिश बरे की रीड को नु बर के इमेजिन को हम वला दिमाग के هي बरे की चदा यू तस्वीर शान चदा कना रजी هي سره مو ولا imagination power چدا زتیږي دې طریقې سره مو ولا brain active وي نو healthy وي هغه دی وجنه مو ولا چکم stress level وي anxiety level وي چکم لګا انسان فوکس چې دا کنه یو پوزټیو شي طرف ته وي نو هغه ولا سټرس هم کم شي هي سره هغه ولا نالج هغه ولا علم زیاتیږي هغه ولا وکابلری زیاتیږي مختلف قسم الفاظ ازده کوي هغه ولا فوکس چې دا زیاتیږي نن سبا خلک چې دا په سوشل میډیا ولا ویب سایټس باندې ټایم ضایع کوي صحیح شو فیسبوک باندې ټویټر باندې انداسې بس لکه انفلوئنس کیږي نیگیټیو انفلوئنس کې انوالو وي نو هغې دی وجې نه چې دا هغه ولا ټایم ضایع کیږي هغه چې شی پروډکټیو نه کوي هغه چې دا چې شی ښه زده کوي نه دې سره چې دا هغه بکس پریدي پړاو کوي چې کوم هغه د پاره یو بل قسم ته نقصان ده نو چې څوره ښه امپیکټ چې دا بکس ولا مو لایف باندې ده چې دا کنه د نور سوشل میډیا ویب سایټس نه چې دا ډیر زیات ده او د شی ولا قدر چې دا کنه نن سبا ولا جنریشن نه کوي نو پکار ده چې نن سبا جنریشن نن سبا بچی چې دا موستلی بکس پڑھو کوي. The habit of reading is the best pastime. It can keep a person busy when he has nothing else to do. The person who is in the habit of reading not only make the best use of his spare time, but also keeps his mind away from the worries that might chase him. I hope you will act upon my advice and find it helpful. Your mother and sister also extended their love and regards. Take good care of yourself. Your loving father, Inamullah Khan. So basically, at the end, he is again advising his son that the reading habit of reading is, it is the best activity that we can do in our free time. It's the best pastime actually. It keeps us busy, when we have nothing else to do. If we are free and we instead of doing something unproductive, we should focus on reading books. And that's how we can make the best use of our time, of our free time, and because we let our mind focus on more positive things, and we can avoid things that brings stress, or that brings worry, that brings tension, and so that's how we can avoid them. So this is one of the best advice that he is giving to his son. At the end, he is also saying that I hope that this advice might be helpful to you, and this is how he is ending a letter about telling that his mother and sister are also giving him a regards, and he need to take care of himself, and that's how he ends the letter. دزي کې چې دا کنه د خبره کوي چې لکه اخري کې هغه خپل پلار چې دا خپل زوی ته یې چې لکه چې کوم سبق ولا چې کوم عادت ته کنه لکه रीडिंग वाला या रीडिंग वाला बुक्स वाला टोल ना बेस्ट टाइम मतलब इंसान खपल टाइम वाला इस्तेमाल करे शी مو چې کله فارغ ناست نو موږ ته پکار ده چې بجای دې نه چې موږ څه فضول شی وکړو یا داسې شی وکړو چې کوم کې مو ټایم ضایع کیدی شي هغې نه ښه ده چې موږ چې ده که نه بکس ریډ کړو ولې چې عام والا ټول نه بیسټ یوز وي ټایم والا ویلې چې موږ کله کتاب یو یو چې ده که نه یو پازیټیو اکټیویټي ده هغې کې مو والا فوکس چې ده ښه شیانو طرف دی هغې د وجې نه مو والا چې څومره ټینشن وي څومره مطلب داسې خبرې وي چې کوم نه مو ته ډسټرکشن فیل کېږي نه راځي ویلې چې مو فوکس چې ده که نه مو ریډینګ باندې وي نو اینډ کې چې ده که نه پلار یې چې ده که نه خپل زوی ته همدا اډوایس ورکوي یا همدا مشوره ورکوي چې تا ته پکار ده چې ته بکس ریډ کوې او اینډ کې خپل امي طرف نه او خپل خور طرف نه چې ده که نه هغو طرف نه سلامي نو دا تاسو وګورئ چې دا اینډ کې چې دا دې طریقې سره لیټر چې ده ختمیږي یو انفارمل لیټر So I hope you have got the idea about how a letter is written, and this is an informal letter. Informal letter is something that is written to relatives, your close relatives, family or friends, and uh, and we have also learned about one of the most important topics of reading. So I hope you have got the idea how to write a letter, and see you in the next video, inshallah.